doctor will be along shortly. You have my word you won't be harmed.
So, what brings you to Stonehearst?
I've always been fascinated by the troubled mind, since as long as I can remember. I have the desire and the training. All I lack is a clinical experience.
Most patients are here because they are embarrassments to their families. There are few therapies better at restoring the soul than music. Don't you agree, Doctor?
Beautiful.
Interesting case, this one. His family sold him off to a sideshow when he was a child. Suicidal tendencies are not uncommon amongst the deranged.
Did he stab himself in the back as well?
You do not belong here.
Tell me what's going on. How do you know my name?
I am Dr. Benjamin Salt, rightful superintendent of Stonehearst Asylum. When you have found a thing a man fears most, you will have discovered the key to his madness.
Why did you come here?
I came here for you.
An unfortunate case. Tormented by delusion.
What are you gonna do to it?
Treat him, of course. You may do the honors, Doctor.
You can't possibly imagine the moment.
Together, we shall celebrate the dawning of a new day.
Why would you presume I would go anywhere with you?
I will not leave without you.
We're all mad. Some are simply not mad enough to admit it.
All games must end.
A while ago, I was into screenwriting, and I wrote a few scripts, and one of them was about an insane asylum, because I've always been kind of interested in insane asylums, and it was an excuse for me to do a heck of a lot of research about them. I not only read about insane asylums that had actually existed back, in their heyday. Now, of course, they're very frowned upon because of the horrible things that went on there. And then also I read quite a bit about mental illness. It's a fascinating subject matter, and I feel that Hollywood has yet to really make a top-notch movie about it. They always come close. The Snake Pit is a very interesting classic film about mental illness and mental institutions. And there are good entries, but I think nothing has really captivated us the way we would like in terms of bringing in the fantasy genre elements. Shutter Island came close. I thought Shutter Island was very flawed. And this movie actually reminds me quite a bit of Shutter Island, and not just because Ben Kingsley stars in both of them. And it looks to me like this movie doesn't really fix the mistakes of Shutter Island. So I have to say, the reason I brought up all my research on insane asylums is because that makes me predetermined to like this. I just am interested in the subject matter, and even when these movies don't get it right, I like to see them take a shot at it at least. So this movie interests me in the very least in that regard. But I don't have a lot of faith in it, not only because it reminds me of Shutter Island, which I feel failed in that regard in telling a good story, very predictable. I felt a little bit too Rubik's Cube-y to the point where it was almost unsolvable, and they just solved it because they're like, it's our movie, oh, it's solved. But again, I like the cast. I like Jim Sturgess quite a bit. Michael Caine, who cannot be like, well, if Michael Caine's in it, but Michael Caine, don't forget Michael Caine made some bad movies before Christopher Nolan resurrected his career. But he also made some very good movies, so who knows which side this falls down on. And of course, Kate Beckinsale, I have to say, not the greatest track record either. But it's going to be a guilty pleasure for me, or maybe not even a guilty pleasure, but it's something that I'm going to want to check out. And that's, I think, all this movie really has going for it at this point. That either you like insane asylum movies or you don't, and that's it. Nobody would be hard-pressed to say this looks like it's going to be really a good film. But what do you think? Are you one of the people like myself who are interested in insane asylums and their history? Why do you think we're so captivated by them? And why do you think Hollywood just can't get it right? Why can't they give us the movie that we want, even though they keep trying and coming so close? And what do you think of the cast here? Does this trailer inspire any faith in you? Do you think the cast is good enough? Do you think the story looks good enough? Or do you agree with me that they're just going to play off of our interest in insane asylums? Maybe, you know what? I have to say, I don't watch American Horror Story because it's too creepy and scary for me, but I hear very good things about it, and perhaps that is a property that's gotten the Insane Asylum story done right. And so I'd be curious, for those of you who are fans of that show, what's effective about that, and how do you think it does a good job with that, that setting? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please write down below what you think of this trailer as well, and I hope you'll check out some more episodes right now.